Hey everyone, good evening, Morro Bay. So, it's been a minute, I think, since I posted anything. Well, reason being, I was working on a house for a couple friends of mine. Um, this guy named Scott, coincidentally. Anyways, he had an accident here in Morro Bay. He was riding his e-bike and got hit. Got a fractured skull, whatever. I came to the house that evening, and his girlfriend Marissa, a friend of mine, as well, was freaking out. He didn't come home. Well, anyways, we called the hospitals, and finally they gave a call back to her and told her what had happened. And so he was in the hospital. Then she went. He came out. They went to stay with his sister, and she told me to stay at the house and take care of the cats. Well, they have a roommate, and if you know Morro Bay and the locals, there's this girl they call Des, Crazy Des. Well, she is crazy, and in a certain way, I think she, honestly, I think she does too many drugs, and she can't control her emotions or whatever, but uh, she needs to be looked after a bit because she's a bit just not right. Well, by her not being not right, um, really causes a lot of issues. Cops are always coming to the house or whatever, and two girls like that are young girls, young girl, old girl, just alpha and their house and all this and that. And Des likes to go to Goodwill or out in dumpster dive and bring stuff to the house, and just it's out of control at times. So um, I'm trying to help clean up the property and do some projects and fix some new repairs and whatnot. And she's just out of control, Des. So um, today the cops had come or whatever. They'd come back from the stay at her his sister's house, and like it was just out of control. I was cleaning up the yard a bit and just various things, trying to get it more presentable and ready for him to come back home. And that's pretty much what I was doing. Um, Still doing the Mustang. My camera, everything's gone again, and all the pictures I've been taking of all the work that's been going on with the Mustang no longer exists. Maybe I'll try to get it and see if you. I don't know. I'm trying to do the best I can in life and make people's lives easier, better, happy, and all this, And at times it's just a challenge. You don't feel um, get somewhat ahead, but 10 steps back, 20 forward, 10 back, 50. I don't know, but it's been a lot, you know. And now, I don't know if you remember, Robert, the man I was taking care of with the lung cancer, he is now in the hospital again, and they're not going to release him. Uh, I need to see him. He's most likely gonna pass away or die in the hospital, and it's sad, very sad. Um, and I want to be happy. I want to have all this good stuff going on, but there's just so many people with just so much problems, and they're good. I see the good in them, but they just do this outrageous stuff. It ends up costing me ultimately for being there or around or associated. When I mean, I'm just there, whatever. Yeah, trying to do things and care, lead by example. Um, a lot of my friends, girlfriends, and stuff had a rough upbringing and just raised different, and rough around the edges. I wouldn't say that. I would say just mistreated in life and not have proper parenting and all that good stuff people should have for their children to do and nurture and care and whatnot. They don't have. So that's why I have all these little problems or large or whatever you want to call it with people. Um, but it does. I do make changes in their lives for the better. They learn something. I stick with they with their thoughts still. Um, so that's it. It costs me a lot to my personal life and freedom and everything to have these emotions and attachments to people that are, if not almost there, halfway there, or need to be shown a certain way and maybe discipline of living life, routine, things like that. They don't have it. They're just a lot of time all over the place. So it makes me look like I'm all over the place. But I'm really, have a plan, an idea when I get in any situations, and I go for it. I like something different, something new all the time, a challenge. And that's one of the things is you just never know with people um, what's gonna happen, what's next when they're kind of crazy. I call it more or less wild. There's some wild people, but crazies there along the way, and potentially in the future they're gonna have um, mental illness or schizophrenia, things like that. Um, you can see signs of it, at an early age. I've worked with a lot of people, helped a lot of people have various conditions or whatnot. I'm not a doctor, and I'm not an idiot. I understand human nature and people. Um, Fascinates me, and that's kind of what makes me still here and tick. So that's where I'm at. That's what I'm doing. Um, there's some other things, but I'll come back to that later. And need to get the river kayak into the ocean and practice on that. Haven't had time to practice swinging and some golf. Haven't had any money for cycling. Just been kind of staying close to, with Marissa and Scott. And um, that's about it. Trying not to have too much interaction with too many bad, crazy people. And that's about it again. So let me see what else I come up with that I can share with you guys. If you have any questions or anything, let me know. Or any subjects, topics, or advice on anything. And maybe you can get a good direction or insight from me. So talk to you later.